Welcome to Grow It, Cook It, Eat It. I wanted to show you what I do with all the harvest, all the vegetables that I get out of the garden. And really, in about 20 minutes you can make this. And if I wasn't shooting it on video, I wouldn't even be using bowls. I would just cut up my leeks. These are American leeks. You could use onions. You want to saute them down, soften them up. You don't want them too soft. You don't want them breaking apart. But maybe medium heat till they get to the consistency that you like. Lightly salt it now. You can't ever take salt out really, but you can always add more later. So you soften up the American leeks. That'll give me some onion flavor. If you were using onions, just cut them up nice and small. You don't want big chunks. And what we're going to do is we're really just going to make scrambled eggs, but in such a simple, wholesome kind of way. All these ingredients are from my garden. Drop in the peppers. And again, I like to keep things simple. These all came out of the garden. Most of the prep time, of course, is in growing them over the season, but it's just cutting them up. I would just cut them on a cutting board, throw them directly into the heat in this order. Leeks first. You could put in some garlic, onions, followed by the peppers. And you want to make sure your oven's on about medium heat, medium high. You're just sauteing them down. You don't want them to get too soft. And it's September 30th here. And my garden did really, really well. The tomatoes struggled a little bit, but everything else did really well. Now that we're into the fall, I'm really transitioning my garden into the cool weather crops. And if you have grown lettuces and greens, cauliflower, broccoli, cabbages in the spring, most people figure, hey, that's the only time I can grow those plants. Well, you can grow them in the fall too. The cool weather crops like the 40 to 50 degree nights. They like 60 to 70 degree days. And they can actually freeze and take a light frost. Most of the cool weather crops leaves, if they freeze through, the cells don't burst, so they thaw out and they're perfectly fine. It's when you get consecutive nights of deep freezes that's when the cool weather crops die out. So if you have 45, 60 days left of cool weather before the hard freezes come, you can grow radishes, you can grow most greens. If you have 75 days or longer and the temperatures are coming down, you can grow your cabbages, cauliflower, broccoli. Kale you can put in any time. In a lot of areas that will overwinter and it will start growing as soon as it begins to warm in the spring. So this is softened up enough, and this is just basically onions, peppers, and then I just put the eggs in now. You don't even need to beat them. Just break them in the frying pan, nothing fancy, and just mix them through. And this is the quickest and easiest way to make peppers, eggs, and onions. And in this case, it's the American leeks. 3 eggs, a wonderful meal, everything but the eggs from the garden. I would love to be able to have chickens out in my yard, but I live where there's a community association and chickens and eggs just aren't respected as something that we can grow or raise actually out in our yards. You know, under 20 minutes you can use your garden ingredients, make something simple just like this. You've got your protein, you've got your vegetables, you know what you put on your plants, you know what you're eating, and you can have a wonderful meal. Hope you enjoyed the Grow It, Cook It, Eat It video. I'm going to try and do some short videos just on simple cooking, just to give you confidence. Go ahead, put stuff in a frying pan, fry it up, saute it up, and enjoy everything you get out of your garden. Thanks for watching.